Liam, what advice would you give to George Kambosos facing Richard Hitchens?
Good luck. You know, it is what it is. You know.
Money and be able to, you know, provide for my family and kids and have that. That's good. Mega events, yeah, of course, that's amazing. But for me, it's legacy. You know, becoming 2-division champ of the world, and again, proving a lot of people wrong, proving a lot of people that say that, nah, he can't go and beat this guy. This guy's got too much of a good jab or whatever they're saying. And also catching that feeling again. I know I'm going to catch that feeling. Everything that has lined up with this fight again, the stars have aligned, and like we've said throughout this camp already.
Yeah, like I said, I wish him all the best. You know, I think he's going to need every bit of luck and skill to get the job done.
He knows he's not about that. He's just talking absolute shit out of his mouth. You know, he's not going to want to stand there and trade. We know what he's like. He's going to try to sit on his bike, jab on the outside, and
my manager's making more money than fight. George Kambosos, he's over with. This is his last paycheck in boxing. After this, he's out of here.
We had a good war here today. Hitchens ain't going to do that. He's going to run, but if Hitchens got balls, let's fight in the middle of the ring and let's see, you know, who sits there and goes to war. I love a war, man. There was times I could have just boxed a little bit more, but I love a good battle, and I think this young kid.
As we kick off, Liam Paro recently voiced his concerns regarding Richardson Hitchins' mental toughness in relation to the impending Hitchens versus Kambosos match. He said Hitchens seemed unstable under pressure and talks too much. According to Paro, the incessant trash talk doesn't help Hitchens' opponent. Rather, it just makes him more stressed.
Richardson Hitchins is someone that talks a lot in the build-up. You've started to see that. What do you make of his talking so far?
to be honest, it is what it is. Talk is cheap, and I just think it's hiding all these insecurities. You know, he's a nervous wreck. That's all I see from it. And, look, we're a few days away from seeing if he is what he talks about. So I just believe it's all added pressure to himself.
Paro also cautioned Kambosos about Hitchens' unconventional style and boxing prowess. He emphasized that it is difficult to figure out Hitchens as an opponent. Paro asserts that Hitchens is capable of managing every facet of a battle. He thinks that once Hitchens is in the ring, he can change and do anything he wants. For Paro, that poses a severe risk to anyone who confronts him.
Hitchens is a good fighter. You know, if you watch the fight, the first 4 rounds, I remember coming back to the corner and Alfie said, we're doing this pretty comfortably, but respect to his boxing IQ, he changed up the game and went on the back foot on the retreat, which we knew what he was going to do. Look, yeah, I just wish him all the best. You know, I'll back any Aussie, and if he gets it done, I'd love to have an all-out Australian showdown.
Moreover, Liam Paro emphasized in a previous interview the importance of the Hitchens versus Kambosos game. It's just a huge battle that has to be fought, he said.
Giving a dominating performance, and look, I think that's a fight that's going to happen in the near future. A massive domestic showdown. I think one of, if not the biggest in Australian boxing history. So to be a part of that will be good, but like I said.
Furthermore, after his win over Jack Wiley, Kambosos discussed his upcoming clash with Hitchens. He said he was confident coming into the fight because the IBF rules will be in his favor. Additionally, Kambosos pledged that the fight would be thrilling and memorable for the spectators.
Hitchens is slick. He likes to use that jab and moves a lot on the back foot. And I think that 10-pound IBF rule is going to be worse for him, great for me. He struggles with that IBF rule, and I think it's going to be nice. So it was a good first fight at 140. Like I said, he gave me a great fight. First fight there, first fight of making the weight, loading up at 140, and yeah, bring on Hitchens. I'm excited for it.
Kambosos also dismissed comparisons between Haney and Hitchens, saying they are completely different fighters. He emphasized that he has already faced Haney and understands their clear differences in style. With his experience, Kambosos believes he sees things in the ring that others simply don't.
A lot of people online are saying that Hitchens is kind of like Haney and he'll have that jab and that'll prove difficult for you.
Yeah, look, they can say that, they're going to think that, but he's nowhere near Haney. I've been in there with Haney twice. Haney's got that different style. He ain't 1/10 of Devin Haney. I think people forget now because Devin, got beat by Ryan Garcia. I think they forget. It's two different guys. So yeah, it's cool. He's gonna be confident now. But I'm still going to talk my and handle my business.
While Richardson Hitchins also spoke about his upcoming fight with Kambosos, acknowledging his opponent's toughness and warrior spirit. While showing respect, he made it clear that Kambosos would have little control in the ring. Hitchens expressed full confidence in his ability to dominate the fight and secure a win.
I'm excited to bring George Kambosos. I don't like George Kambosos. I respect him as a man, but as a fighter, I feel like he's a bum. So I feel like, to be honest, he's an accomplished bum, though. I like the George I like to call George Kambosos today's Rocky. Every fight he's bloody, ugly after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's a warrior. This time, this fight right here, he thought Lomachenko did something to him. What I'm about to do to him in 2 months, it ain't gonna be nice.
Well, he's put out a few.
Additionally, Hitchens noted that although he was never given the opportunity to meet Teofimo Lopez, he now faces Kambosos, the guy who defeated him. He views this as a chance to make a point. According to Hitchens, he will demonstrate to the Kambosos the distinction between a genuine hometown brawl and one that is merely for show.
Away from him, he is undisputed, former undisputed champion. He did beat Teofimo. Let's say that again, he did beat Teofimo, the guy that the world wanted me to see. I couldn't get Teofimo, I got the guy that beat Teofimo. And I'm gonna show the difference between when a guy come to New York City and fight a guy that claim they from New York, and when a guy come to New York and fight a guy that's from New York. Yeah. It ain't gonna be nice.
According to Hitchens, Kambosos was initially scheduled to face Liam Paro, but only if Paro had defeated him first. Hitchens thinks he destroyed those plans and turned the tide in his favor by defeating Paro. He now sees another chance to establish himself, with Kambosos next in line. He claimed that a victory would enhance his reputation in the boxing community.
This is a fight for me to prove myself. This is the fight that Liam Paro was supposed to fight after me. Liam Paro was supposed to beat me, and they were supposed to have Liam Paro and George Kambosos in Australia. I spoiled their plans, but when Richardson Hitchins stepped in to take the Kambosos fight, they say I'm picking, I'm choosing, I'm picking, but it's boxing. At the end of the day, George Kambosos is a big name, and God willing, we get this victory done. This is one step closer to solidifying my name in the sport of boxing.
Moreover, Richardson Hitchins enters the fight as the heavy favorite, with betting odds ranging from -1,000 to -1,200, suggesting an 87% to 92% chance of victory. In contrast, George Kambosos is the clear underdog, with odds between +600 and +750. Fan predictions reflect a similar sentiment. On Topology, 84% of users back Hitchens to win, while only 16% support Kambosos. Additionally, over at Box.live, 75% of fans predict a decision win for Hitchens, with fewer expecting knockouts from either side. These numbers underscore the widespread belief that Hitchens holds the upper hand going into the bout. There's been a lot of tension and back and forth between Hitchens and Kambosos in the lead up to their fight. From personal jabs to bold predictions, the rivalry has only grown fiercer.
City, is that what you're zoned in on?
Yes,
I know.
Yes. I've said it a million times. You keep saying that you're not signing a contract. What f***ing contract, buddy? You want me. You're a champion. You ain't made no money. You're a bum. You have not done anything in the sport except for win your last fight and win a world title. Doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm coming for you. I want to take your head out. And you want to make money? Well, cool. Come make some money. And I'm going to take that belt off you.
And listen, George Kambosos, I fight you, I might just go cop some silly shit. Just cause fighting you was free money. A Maybach truck. I don't even know. Just cop something silly, a pink diamond, something easy, man. That's free money. But listen, 2025, we turn it all the way up.
The forthcoming fight, according to Richardson Hitchins, is a fantastic opportunity and a moment he has always dreamed about. This fight, in his opinion, is a significant milestone that might further his career. Hitchins stated that he is confident in his development and believes he is on the verge of becoming a superstar. He sees this fight as the opportunity to demonstrate it. His goal is to leave a lasting impression.
Called him a bum a few times and shit like that, but the fight is here, they bring it to the table, so it's time.
What is it like making your first title defense at home?
I ain't gonna lie, it's always been a dream of mine, is to bring the title back and to defend it at home. And, you know, God willing, they make it happen. God willing, it goes down how we plan it. I think that's how you build a superstar. Not me fighting in Vegas or fighting away from home. I think we build a star by bringing them home and seeing what they do. So I think that's gonna bring my career to the next level, and that's what it's all about.
However, in an interview, Kambosos addressed the rumor that Hitchens would be strategizing his next step following their altercation. He stated that Hitchens is free to plan ahead if he so chooses. Kambosos stated unequivocally that he remains totally committed to the task at hand. He confidently stated that he will defeat Hitchens on June 14th and complete the task.
How do you think that you would do against him coming up after this?
Look, my mindset, of course, there are bigger plays here.
But my mindset is on Hitchens. I can't sit there and speak about anyone else who I'm going to fight next. I'd be crazy to do that. Let him do that. Let him say he's going to fight this guy and that guy after Kambosos. I'm focused on Hitchens, June 14th. After that, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I might go back on my big boat.
Furthermore, Hitchens made it apparent that he takes Kambosos seriously and is not ignoring him. He admitted that anyone may pull off a surprise and that anything can happen in boxing. Hitchens highlighted the significance of maintaining focus and sharpness by citing recent upsets in the sport. He is aware that it might be expensive to underestimate his opponent.
I gotta live up to the expectations. I don't know, like, you know, a lot of times in the fights, people don't be expecting a good fight. Oh, when he fight Bowser, you know, he's undefeated, it's gonna be a good fight. Or he fight Zepeda, it's gonna be a step-up fight. He fight whatever, Liam Paro, gonna be a good fight. You see, when I fought Lemos, everybody thought it was gonna be a whitewash, and Lemos ended up giving me a good fight. So I think that it's just, I learned from that and just learned to take everybody serious, don't play around, do everything the right way. So I'm expecting Mexico though. I'm expecting, I think it's gonna be a rude awakening for George Kambosos to come fight him.
While Kambosos publicly discussed the disdain he received from Team Hitchens, claiming he is accustomed to being undervalued, he made it plain that he is not defined by the opinions of others. He has always seen himself as a real warrior and champion. He is still resolute and dedicated in spite of the criticism. Kambosos pledged to let his on-ring performance do the talking.
I've been disrespected before, but I know where I've been. Now the fans know where I've been, and I'm a true warrior, like I was saying before to Hitchens. He's so caught up on undefeated, 18, 19 and 0. Fuck the zero. I'd rather lose my zero to a guy like Haney or Lomachenko, fighting the best of the best, because I know what kind of competitor I am. I'm a true champion. That's what the fans want. That's what the media wants. The zero doesn't matter, but if we get the best fights happening right now, who's going to be the winners? The fans, the media, the boxing, the sport, the fighters, because they're going to be wanting to take a chance and fight the best. So that's how I am.
Moreover, despite his boxing achievements, Hitchens feels that he has not yet been given the credit he merits. He believes that the larger boxing community has disregarded his talent and hard work. He is still driven and committed to earning a spot among the best in the sport, though.
I think a lot of boxing world don't talk about me like they talk about the Keishans and the Boots Ennis and this. They kind of say he's good, but they don't highlight it. But I feel like I beat a lot of top level competition. I think out of the fighters that's not on there yet, like the young fighters like Teofimo and the Devin Haney's, the fighters I say, I think like me, Keyshawn, and Boots is kind of right under that. I feel like I have the best resume, and I feel like that's just what it is.
On the other hand, Kambosos said he has experience with title fights and has come out victorious in the past. He feels confident and comfortable in his current weight class. This time, he aims to become a 2-division world champion.
In the midst of the war, things happen, but at this point in my career, I'm driven by legacy, driven by catching that feeling, driven by doing this for the love of the sport. It's not really anything else. Shocking the world again. It's a mature Kambosos, a seasoned Kambosos, a guy who has so much experience. Like I said to him, he's had 1 championship fight. I've had this gun was my 6th championship fight, 12 rounds after 12 rounds. So I feel good at this weight. Obviously my goal, my motivation is to become a 2-division champion, and June 14th, God willing, I will be victorious again.
As we move forward, George knows him well, Hitchens continued, and he knows exactly what kind of fighter he is. He feels that his abilities and manner are not a secret. Hitchens claims that George is fully aware of what to anticipate in the ring.
He was talking as if like do he really know what's in front of him? Or like, but he give me vibes, he's training, but the way he's talking is like, the respect wasn't there. Like, and I was just like, you gotta know what's in front of you. I think George, he knows what's in front of him. After doing that face-off and talking to him, like, I'm reading him, he know the type of level I am. He know what type of fighter that he's in front of. But I don't think fighters are avoiding me because of that.
Similarly, even though he hasn't faced Hitchens yet, Kambosos acknowledged that he is a fighter who will stop at nothing to win. He believes that Hitchens is only interested in winning. Hitchens is prepared to follow a plan in order to win, even if the battle becomes dull.
He fights like a guy that just has to do what he has to do to win the fight. If it means being super boring, so be it. Now, I look at Lopez, Haney, I've seen the second fight, come to fight, and Lomachenko. And again, a guy like myself, come to fight. I come to give the fans You know, win, lose or draw, bloodied up, stitches all over my face. I come to give the fans the best fight. And like I said to him, this is your homecoming. Come and make a point. Come and fight me. If you're gonna run, yes, we've got some tricks up our sleeves too. We've seen that style before. We know our mistakes. We know how we feel now at 140. So
most notably, the confrontation between Hitchens and Kambosos was intense and tense. In an effort to understand each other's thoughts, the combatants engaged in a heated verbal argument. They boldly warned, demanding that the other be prepared for conflict. The moment became a sneak peek at the intensity to come, since neither gave in.
You're the best, huh?
Best.
You're the best.
Best.
You're the champ.
Champ.
You're the man.
Here for a reason, baby. It wasn't given to me.
Me too. Oh, I had to earn my shit. I had to earn my shit. You got respect back. I had to earn it. You're orphan from Australia. You had the backyard ready for you. You're from the US. I'm from nothing, bro. I'm from nothing. From nothing.
Same shit too. Same shit too. Best. Ain't as easy as it work. I can take it and I can dish it.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Been out to a body shot.
Headshot. You're fighting the best guy. You're fighting the best guy right now.
It's my city. You see it? It's my city.
It's your city? Yeah, they all know you.
Unbeaten rising sensation Richardson Hitchins is renowned for his ring IQ and superb boxing. His dominating performances and technical mastery have allowed him to rise steadily through the rankings. He is currently aiming for a breakthrough to establish himself as one of boxing's top fighters.
And the Richardson Hitchens today, who's a world champion finally, like, what's the feeling?
It just feel like to always believe in your skills, you know what I'm saying? Like I always knew I was talented. I always knew that I was special, and as my journey went on and I got more seasoned in boxing, it just showed more and more that I was special and I was different. And I knew that not a lot of people was not on my level in the sport of boxing. I always say this to myself: I don't belong in the ring, but if it ain't top competition, because that's the only time I'm gonna get tested, and I belong in the ring with guys like Paro and the top guys in boxing. You know, it wouldn't be fair for me fighting the BB Kings in the show. I would just.
In contrast, George Kambosos Jr. became a unified world champion with his incredible upset victory over Teofimo Lopez. He has fought against well-known figures in the lightweight division and is renowned for his toughness and unrelenting fighting style. He is still a formidable and tenacious competitor in spite of setbacks.
That hunger that I had, you know, that tunnel vision to show who I am, to show how great I am, and I had to go through it all in that fight, you know, from the cuts to being put down in round 10. But I knew that this is my greatness now, how good I can be and show the world and shock the world.
It is, you definitely did shock the world. It is a reoccurring theme in boxing and in all combat sports when someone takes an opponent lightly and they go in thinking they're just going to steamroll this guy, and then they get met with reality. I mean, it's happened so many times.
Regarding his preparation for the fight against Hitchens, Kambosos confirmed that he is fully committed to his training camp. He emphasized that he's dedicating his time and energy to ensure he's ready for every challenge in the ring.
Training camp, will it be in Australia or here? No, I'm in Montreal. I've already been training out there, part 2 of training camp. But the best thing that's been about this fight, you know, Kambosos usually has a fight and then goes 9 months, 10 months, and then comes back against another big name. But I fought only 6 weeks ago, 12-round fight. Had a 3-month great training camp, and now straight back into it. I'm in shape. I feel good. I'll fight right now. You know, 12 rounds, you know, whatever, no problem. So training camp is in Montreal. Got my whole team with me. Got some fantastic sparring partners, and you know, we're doing everything we can, sacrificing away from my kids, my family, my comfort.
Although already in good physical shape, Kambosos aims to push himself further. He wants to make sure no detail is overlooked.
I've done it all in the game, everything in the game. And I'm still here, still grinding. Still 20 rounds deep today, every single day. Still early in the morning running, because I love this shit. I work hard for it, and yeah, I got the personality that the Americans love, the world loves, and that's why I'm still in the big fights.
Kambosos Jr. is fully immersed in a high-intensity training camp, leaving nothing to chance ahead of this crucial bout. He's focusing on conditioning, timing, and relentless pressure to break Hitchens' rhythm. Known for his warrior mentality, Kambosos is sharpening every weapon in his arsenal. He's drawing from past wars in the ring to fuel his preparation and mindset. With a point to prove, he's channeling the doubt and disrespect into motivation. Moreover, each day he's building toward a performance that reminds the world of his championship caliber. Kambosos is preparing for war and plans to bring the fight straight to Hitchens. On the other hand, Hitchens revealed that his intense training camp is driven by his pursuit of greatness. He said every session is a step toward achieving his ultimate goal in the sport.
You know, that loss, just to keep going and keep pushing, just keep believing, keep chasing greatness. You know, I got it tattooed on me, chasing greatness, and that's what I wake up every day and try to do, just chase get greatness and get the best out of the sport that I can, and that's building my legacy so I can never be forgotten.
Richardson Hitchins is also approaching this fight with intense focus and unmatched discipline in training camp. Every day is dedicated to refining his speed, footwork, and defensive mastery. He's working closely with his team to develop a game plan tailored to neutralize Kambosos' aggression. Hitchens views this as more than just a fight, it's his stepping stone to greatness. He's training like a man on a mission, fully aware of what's at stake.
I'm obsessed with being the best version of me, and that's something I chase every single day. It ain't about trying to prove anything to anybody else. It's about finding who I am and knowing that's enough. I've come to realize that giving your best day in and day out is all that matters. Sometimes we lose sight of that trying to impress people who ain't even on our level. So for anybody out there, remember, you're enough, man. That's the truth. See, too many people get caught up in what everybody else thinks, trying to live up to someone else's standards. But once you stop looking for validation and start focusing on you, that's when you start moving different. That's when you realize the only competition is the person you were yesterday. That's where the real growth happens. It ain't about being perfect, it's about being better.
Furthermore, sparring sessions are being treated like real fights to maintain pressure and sharpness. Hitchens believes this is the moment that will launch him into boxing's elite spotlight. With all the bold predictions, heated exchanges, and intense preparation, the stage is set for an explosive showdown. Will Hitchens rise to the occasion and prove he's the next superstar? Or will Kambosos remind the world why he was once a unified champion? Let us know. Who do you think comes out on top?